nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Have a seat. Roll call.
Holcomb.
Here.
Nikki. Here. Sarah. Here. Phillips. Here. Mike Bradford.
Here.
John Bradford.
Here.
Page. Here. Lemmings.
Here.
Bass.
Here.
Okay, on the agenda, and guys, correct me if I missed a little something. I know we have one additional ordinance that was sponsored by Mary Phillips, and we have one additional resolution that was sponsored by David Holcomb. Two resolutions. Okay. Do I hear a motion to accept the changes to the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Any more changes?
Who seconded that? I did.
Nikki. Okay. Roll call vote for agenda.
Holcomb.
Yes.
Nikki.
Yes.
Sarah. Yes. Phillips.
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
John.
Yes.
Page.
Yes.
Lemmings.
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
You've all been emailed copies of the minutes and the financial reports. Do I hear a motion to accept?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to accept the minutes and financials. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? County judge's comments. I do have one little comment that we had a meeting yesterday, and it looks like our county is going to qualify. We've submitted our paperwork, and maybe we can get about $1 million to do some bridge replacement work. So that'd be good. In addition to all the other grant work that we've got going on. Are there any other justices? Do you have any questions for any of the elected officials or department heads that are in the group?
I do. Do you have an update on the 911 center or when they may be in there?
We can't afford to rent a generator, and it's still a backup supply chain issue. So as soon as we get the generator, we'll be in.
So that's just a backup generator. Everything's there, but we just need to have that backup in place.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do they have any idea a timeline?
They're saying November, December. I know, right? It's very frustrating. Very frustrating. Everything else is just sitting there ready. That's a very good question. Any other questions?
I've got a question.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to address this letter of President Sheriff.
Okay. Sheriff, would you care to come up?
Absolutely. Sheriff, I want you to know I appreciate your work on mine with the county. You did a wonderful job.
There's my response.
And I haven't heard, you probably got this settled already.
Absolutely.
Okay. I just want to know what the outcome was.
Did I speak before?
Not yet. If you don't have any copies, that's fine.
Thank you.
Anything else? Esther? Anything else?
Well, I just want to know
Okay.
if he's correct.
Sure.
That's all I need.
Oh, it's been addressed.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
What was the question?
What's the problem?
Yeah.
You want to go ahead and enlighten the rest of them? I don't think everyone got a letter.
Not everyone got a letter? Okay. Well, I got a letter and some others.
I can't hear you, Esther.
I said I got a letter about some activity at the chuck wagon race. And it disturbed me because I felt like it was not legal. If it were true, it was not legal. And that's what I wanted to address the sheriff about. Did you get a letter?
No, I didn't get no letter, Esther.
I didn't get a letter
First thing I've heard about it.
about anything like that.
I got a letter in the mail. I think I had mine with me.
Well, I have mine with me.
It was an
just
anonymous.
an envelope. It was unsigned.
Anonymous?
No return address.
Northwest
says-
Arkansas.
Yeah, Northwest Arkansas, no name other than citizen. In the mail.
Okay.
What about the desk? We need to address that issue, not getting money back from the desk. We need to,
We really need to discuss that in the budget meeting.
okay.
Since that is a budget issue, and
Yes, sir.
we can proceed however you guys say to proceed. Okay. Any boards or officials would like to address the court? Danny?
Yes, sir. We brought you a couple of things tonight. We're not gonna keep you long. I know y'all got other things to get to. But Janet and I wanted to come and visit with you just a little bit about all the things we've had going on this year. We try to provide you with that summary. That summary is up through this week, pretty much. We've got a few statistics and things that will change on that. But it gives you program highlights for all of our programs for agriculture, family consumer science, 4-H, and our community development programs that we've conducted this last year in the county. Our program year goes from October 1 to September the 30th, so that's why we try to come. We try to get here in August, but I happened to be out of state at a national meeting back in August, the week y'all had the meeting then, so we wanted to come tonight, go ahead and give you this update. And like I said, I won't keep you real long. The one thing in that update, there's a hay verification program that's a demonstration that's under my ag demonstration. And this is a demonstration that it's kind of new to our state. It started down in Faulkner County, and we branched out across our district this year last year in 22, and we continued at 23 to where we work with a forage producer, a hay producer in our county, and we keep economic records. That's one thing probably on the livestock and forage side that we've been trying to push for the last 15, 20 years, is to have a livestock economist in our state that would put more emphasis on what it costs to produce our livestock or hay or forages and feed, things like that, and also the market side of that. We have that now, and he has helped us work on this program. And Van Buren County has been part of that program this year and last year. And they wrote a fact sheet up with the figures and stuff. And it may not interest everybody, but I just want you to know that we're being a part of something that's going to be something that can be used statewide. Eventually, it could also help. You know, we don't have crop budgets over in the soybean country and all that. And there's so much more variation in production of hay and forage feed and things like that for livestock than there is in corn and rice and soybeans, but this can be helped to do some budgets and stuff in the future for our farmers and producers across the state. So we're excited to be part of this program. But so that's just one highlight on that. I'll take that home and look through it. Janet wants to give you a couple highlights. She's worked really hard this year on getting our FCS program back out, going, and our 4-H program. Still in the last 2 or 3 years recovering from COVID. So I'm going to let her give you a few highlights. Thank you all very much for what you do.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for letting us be a part of you tonight. I was going to just say that I don't know if you all know how we decide what programs we're going to be teaching. Deborah's a part of that too. But we have different councils that come before us, and they decide, and we go with what they point us in what direction. And so that's such a real help for us. And I was in Providence, Rhode Island last week, and was a part of a national group of county extension agents. You don't really know what impact you're making till you get with others from around the country. We are right there. We are having a lot of the same issues, the same needs in our community. So that felt really good for Van Buren County to be represented and noted of what we are accomplishing here, especially in like ServSafe. I don't know if you know about that certification. Your restaurants needs a manager. I work real close with the over in the health department, and you have to have somebody on staff that has this certification in ServSafe food safety. It is a requirement, and it keeps all of us safe. And so we make sure that we're teaching those participants out in the community. Also, I wanted to mention babysitting basics. Child care is a real issue in all communities, and we're teaching that and certifying workers in that. That's just a couple of them. Of course, the SNAP ad, food stamp nutrition education, we're certainly working with the community in here, but we are right there with others and have the same. Homesteading is a huge issue right now. People are moving in. The first thing they want to know, I just moved here and bought a lot of acreage, and I just want to set up homestead, and whether it's food preservation or whatever it is. So we're trying to meet all those needs, but we just appreciate your help so much in making that happen. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that update. Anyone else wish to approach the court? Deborah?
Hi. As you know, this month is Library Card Month, and because libraries are a beneficial, useful service in the community. And so I also brought library cards in to offer you guys an opportunity to get a card because it is free. Your tax dollars pay for it. And the services we provide are not only books and movies available, but you can go online, download movies, audiobooks, ebooks to your smart devices or your phone. So these are the programs and apps that are available to you free of charge because your tax dollars cover it. And that's it. So if you don't have a library card, do yourself a favor and get one. You're paying for it, so you may as well use it.
Thank you. Anyone else?
I'll have applications over here.
Having no old business, that moves us along. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was just going to kind of get everybody caught up. The sheriff's office currently at the jail, we just completed a ECC contract, $320,000. We've got all the new cameras, all the new intercoms. We've got new touchscreen boards. Everything works great. We're no longer in the old ages. We've been brought into the future, and things work. We're excited about that. My lieutenant, Ethan Ward, was able to apply for another grant that got approved for a FLIR, which is infrared. I know you know what it is. But anyways, fire departments use it. We can use it on entry anywhere where you can't see. It's infrared. He's currently working on another grant to help us with some in-car computers. I will say the grant that we applied for the cameras was reduced from $100,000 to $50,000. We're working diligently to move everything around to still cover that because we do have the body cameras. They're actually being used. We also did purchase 4 new radars, and they're being used. So other than that, there's a lot going on. We did receive the new building for the laundry room, and so I've got to get it all plumbed and hooked up and insulated and ready for this winter, and we'll have that up and running. So we're just moving along. We have a few more things on our list, like striping out the vehicles. Our uniforms, I think, are being completed. They'll probably be done by tomorrow. And hopefully you'll start seeing everybody in a new uniform. It's going to look similar to this, but a little different for the deputies wearing the outer carriers, which, again, was purchased with another grant that Chief Deputy Derek was able to get. So those were purchased with a grant. So we're doing all we can with grants. We're continuing to search for them and cover a lot of these costs. So that's my update. Y'all have any questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Having no old business, we'll move along to new business. Our first ordinance was sponsored by Justice Sarah Brown, but I think she had an emergency.
She had a family emergency. I think that our thoughts, prayers need to be directed toward her family. Mm-hmm. And I will be more glad to read her ordinance.
Oh, I would appreciate that. Thank you.
Being enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, an appropriation ordinance to be entitled an appropriation ordinance to amend the original appropriation ordinance number 2022-58, the annual operating budget for 2023, to increase the projected revenue and appropriate $2,144 into the Sheriff's Office budget number 1,000-400 for the canine expenses. Whereas a total of $2,144 was received from donors canine fundraiser, and whereas this money will need to be appropriated into the Sheriff's Office budget to be used for canine expenses. Now therefore be it ordained by the Quorum Court of Van Buren County, Arkansas, that $2,144 be appropriated into the Sheriff's Office budget number 1,000-400 3104 K-9 expense. Move this be adopted.
Second.
Second.
We have a motion and plenty of seconds to adopt this ordinance. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Holcomb,
Yes.
Nikki,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Paige,
Yes.
Lemmings,
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
O 2023-37.
Thank you. Our next ordinance is sponsored by Justice Becky Page.
Being enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, an appropriation ordinance to be entitled. An appropriation ordinance to amend the original appropriation ordinance number 2022-58, the annual operating budget for 2023, to increase the projected revenue and appropriate $112.21 into the county clerk's office budget number 1000-101 and $57 into the circuit clerk's office budget 1000-102. Whereas in July of 2023, $112.21 was received from the state auditor to reimburse the county for a county clerk's continuing education meeting, and whereas $112.21 will need to be reappropriated into the county clerk's budgets as follows. Number 1000-101-3030, travel/mileage, $30. Number 1000-101-3094, meals/lodging, $82.21. And whereas in August of 2023, Van Buren County received a $57 refund from Quill for the circuit clerk's office, and whereas $57 will need to be reappropriated into the circuit clerk's budget, number 1000-102-2001, general supplies. Now therefore be it ordained by the Quorum Court of Van Buren County, Arkansas, that Section 1, $30 be appropriated into line number 1000-101-3030, travel mileage, and $82.21 into line 1000-101-3094, meals and lodging for the county clerk's office. And Section 2, $57 be appropriated into line number 1000-102-2001, general supplies for the circuit clerk's office. I move that we pass this up.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to adopt this ordinance. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Holcomb,
Yes.
Nikki,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Paige,
Yes.
Lemmings,
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
O 2023-38.
Thank you. Next ordinance is sponsored by Justice Virgil Winnings.
Be enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, the State of Arkansas, an appropriation ordinance to be entitled. An ordinance to appropriate $6,105.80 into the Van Buren County Health Department budget, 1000-300. Whereas there has been an insurance claim filed on the roof of the health department due to wind damage that occurred on March 3rd, 2023, and whereas $6,105.80 has been paid from the health department's budget for the repairs, and whereas a check for $6,105.80 has been received from AAC Risk Management to cover the money spent from this budget. Now therefore be it ordained by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, Arkansas, that Section 1, $605.80 be appropriated into the Van Buren County Health Department budget, 1000-300-4002, buildings to replace money spent. I move that we approve this as written.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to adopt this ordinance. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Holcomb,
Yes.
Nikki,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Paige,
Yes.
Lemmings,
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
O 2023-39.
Thank you. Our next ordinance is sponsored by Justice Nikki Brown.
Being enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, an appropriation ordinance to be entitled. An appropriation ordinance to amend the original appropriation ordinance number 2022-58, the annual operating budget for 2023, to increase the projected revenue and appropriate $6,880.56 into the courthouse budget number 1000-108. Whereas ordinance 2023-23 was passed by the Quorum Court on March 16th, 2023, approving $86,114 from the reserve fund for construction at the courthouse. And whereas the project has cost more than expected, making the courthouse budget number 1000-108-4006, construction in progress, to be over by $6,880.56. And whereas this amount will need to be appropriated into the courthouse budget to correct the amount overspent. Now therefore be it ordained by the Quorum Court of Van Buren County that $6,880.56 be appropriated into line item number 1000-108-4006, construction in progress. I move that we approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt this ordinance. Any discussion?
I have a question.
You bet.
It says, construction in progress. So is the construction, will there be more expenses?
No. When Audit visited with us this year, they let us know that any construction that is in progress should be coded as construction in progress. Then once everything is completed, we tie a bow on it. Then we kind of wrap it up in our asset management as far as inventorying it, and we complete it.
So it's done?
It's done.
Completed?
It's done.
How's it look? Good? You look good?
I think it looks fantastic, but Debbie, would you like to?
It looks amazing. They've done a very, very good job. I have no complaints with them whatsoever. You need to all come see it. Got all new flooring downstairs and upstairs. Everything's been freshly painted.
I haven't been on the inside, but the outside to me looks.
Yeah, the outside, the windows,
Yeah.
they repainted them black and redid the lettering on both sides of the courthouse so it stands out. I can't say enough good about them. They have done an amazing job. It looks really good. Looks like it's being taken care of again. So I'm proud of it.
Guys, I'd like to brag on y'all for just a minute. I think you did a very good job choosing what projects to fund. I think we're going to look back at this ARP money, and many years from now, we're going to be able to go and look at the advancement that was made because of that money. We're not going to have to wonder, where did all that money go? And good job, guys. Very good job. Any more discussion? Roll call vote.
Holcomb?
Yes.
Nikki?
Yes.
Phillips?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Page?
Yes.
Lemmings?
Yes.
Bass?
Yes.
O 2023-40.
Thank you. Our next ordinance is sponsored by Justice Mary Phillips.
Yeah, hold on.
Be it enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an emergency ordinance amending sections of the personnel policy. Whereas the personnel policy has been updated from time to time, and whereas the sections of the policy are needing to be updated and clarified at this time. And whereas this ordinance will replace any other ordinance concerning the Van Buren County personnel policy and take effect upon passage of this ordinance. And whereas these sections will be updated, clarified, and or added. Page 10, now you all have a policy here. Page 10 to 11, section L, technology policy has been added to the personnel policy. Page 22 to 23, number 6, administrative leave and other benefits, B, holiday leave, and that was clarified. Page 24, D, paid leave. Number 1, sick leave. Sick hours raised from 192 to 480 hours. Added a requirement for a doctor's note after 72 hours of consecutive absence. Page 28, I, other premium pay. Premium pay must be authorized by an elected official and accounted for with a separate county-approved form.
Now, therefore, be it ordained by the Quorum Court of Van Buren County, Arkansas, that, Section 1, the Van Buren County Personnel Policy be amended as stated above. Section 2, this ordinance being necessary for the preservation of the public peace, health, safety, and welfare, it is therefore declared that an emergency exists, and this ordinance shall be in full force and in effect from and after its passage. I move that we accept this.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt this ordinance. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Holcomb.
Yes.
Nikki.
Yes.
Sarah. Yes. Phillips.
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
John.
Yes.
Paige.
Yes.
Lemmings.
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
O 2023-41.
I should have done this during the discussion phase, but I do appreciate the Personnel Policy Committee. Appreciate you listening to the people and truly listening to their concerns and addressing them in the best ways you can. I appreciate that. Next, we have a resolution, and I consulted the ordinance on procedures, the procedural ordinance, and by default, these can be title only unless we choose to read them. So Esther, it's your ordinance, so you can choose to read it by title, or your resolution, so you can choose to read it by title only or read it in its entirety.
Okay, we've got two here. Do you want to, both of them are resolutions?
Both are resolutions. Let's do the title of the first one, or however you choose to do it. We'll do them one at a time.
Okay. Be resolved by the Quorum Court of Van Buren County, State of Arkansas, a resolution to be entitled, a resolution authorizing the county judge of Van Buren County, Arkansas, to submit an application to the Arkansas Economic Development Commission for a community development project. Whereas Van Buren County is applying to the state of Arkansas for an Arkansas Community and Economic Development Program grant. The grant will be used for road improvements, and whereas it is necessary that certain conditions be met as part of the application requirements, and whereas Van Buren County has conducted the required public hearing and has an active citizen participation plan / community development plan, and as part of the application process will receive comments on community development and housing needs and proposed activities, and whereas as a result of the community development planning activities, Van Buren County has identified and prioritized the county development and housing need. Now therefore be it resolved by the Quorum Court of Van Buren County, Arkansas, that the county judge is hereby authorized on behalf of Van Buren County to submit an application to the state of Arkansas for grant funds under the community development provision of the Arkansas Community and Economic Development Program, and to extend funds to accomplish such community development activities in the grant, if the grant is awarded. And I seek to get it passed.
Okay. We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Discussion.
I have one question.
Yes.
I had a question. Is Whistle Stop a part of this process?
No, Whistle Stop was a part of the state aid program, and they should be up there paving it right now.
Oh, they're working on it now?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'll read,
Well, we need to vote on this one.
Okay.
Any further discussion? All in favor of approval signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Esther, you're next.
Number.
Oh,
Oh. R 2023-09.
I'll just read the
Forget that
heading
when we
of
don't.
this.
okay.
Roll call.
It resolved by the Quorum Court of Van Buren County, State of Arkansas, a resolution to be entitled, a resolution authorizing the county judge of Van Buren County, Arkansas, to enter into an administrative agreement with White River Planning and Development District Incorporated. Move for its adoption.
Have a motion and a second to adopt this resolution. As far as discussion, I will tell you that this is a $500,000 grant. We have very specific qualifications or qualifiers for this grant. It's the same one that Half Moon Road qualified for last year to pave Half Moon. And we have another road that qualifies now. We have to take them in the order of their LMIs, which is low to moderate income, or their impoverishment rating. And we're going for $500,000 to pave, which is the grant max, to pave Euler Road. Euler. Yep. Which may not be the best reason to qualify for a grant, but we'll take what we can get. Any more discussion? All in favor of approval signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Our next.
R 2023-10.
Sorry.
Feel the daggers.
Our next resolution is sponsored by Justice Holcomb.
Be it resolved by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, a resolution to be entitled, a resolution to confirm the reappointment of 2 members of the Van Buren County Library Board. Whereas the Van Buren County Quorum Court has a responsibility and legal obligation to approve and confirm the reappointment of 2 members to the Van Buren County Library Board. And whereas there's a need to confirm the reappointment of Kelly Tester to the Van Buren County Library Board. This appointment will expire December 31, 2029. And whereas there's a need to confirm the reappointment of David Jeffries to the Van Buren County Library Board. This appointment will expire August 31st, 2025. Therefore, be it resolved by the Quorum Court of Van Buren County, Arkansas, that the Quorum Court of Van Buren County hereby confirms the reappointment of Kelly Tester and David Jeffries to the Van Buren County Library Board. The board's terms to expire as noted. The library board members are David Emmerling, term expires February 28, 2025. David Jeffries, August 31, 2025. Kelly Tester, December 31, 2029. Joy Hawk, December 31, 2025. Tracy Hastings, February 28, 2027. Move to be adopted.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt this resolution. Any discussion? All in favor of approval signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes. We have some transfers. I will read those. Do we have another one? Okay. We'll entertain the resolution sponsored by Nikki Brown.
Be it resolved by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, a resolution to be entitled, a resolution to confirm and approve Court Order 2023-127 to transfer monies from the Quorum Court budget to purchase a copy fax scanner for the county clerk's office. Whereas a copy scanner fax has quit working in the county clerk's office, and whereas there is a need to purchase another to be able to fax, scan, and copy for such as quorum court packets, budgets, elections, etc. And whereas the cost of this equipment will be divided between the county clerk, election commission, voter registration, and quorum court, costing each $486.67. Therefore, be it resolved by the Quorum Court of Van Buren County that the Quorum Court of Van Buren County hereby confirms and approves Court Order Number 2023-127 to transfer monies in the quorum court budget to purchase a fax, scanner, copier for the county clerk's office. Move we approve.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to adopt this resolution. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Now I'll read the transfers. This is from the Election Commission from $1,109.31 other sundry to $1,109.1006 Social Security $43.35 and $1,109.31 other sundry to $1,109.1010 Workers' Comp $924.74. Do I hear a motion that we approve the transfers?
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the transfers. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any public comments? Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Any opposed? Thank you.